right. Oh. So I just want to say something to you.
Okay.
What's his name?
Asayama!
No. Well, technically Jurio. But what's his name?
Takakeisho.
Tokyo, Osaka, Nagoya, gonna win them all. What's his name? Say that name. Scream that name. Yeah, come on. Like a big bass sound, he's round. He'll push a bigger man to the ground. He wins by Oshidashi, always gets a kachikoshi. Bring a big thrill to the crowd. From a sheep came a boy called Sato, with big dreams to win a Jan Basho. He went to Saitama, trained by Taka, made the old Rikishi proud. What's his name? Say that name. Scream that name. Yeah, come on. What's his name? Say that name. Scream that name. Yeah, come on.
Welcome to Lone Star Sake&Sumo. I am Caleb, and I'm actually with my partner today, Justin. We are at the San Antonio Asian Festival here at Rolling Oaks Bar. His stomping grounds growing up.
Yeah, I have not been back in this mall since I was in high school in probably 97. But it's still alive and kicking, and look where we're at. We're actually at a game bar. It's a bar that also has board games.
Board games, literally.
Which is two amazing things.
It's called Battle Pub. It's in Rolling Oaks Bar. It's a fantastic idea. You just come here, you
Wish there
drink.
was more like this in Austin.
We're drinking right now. I got a East Cider, one of my favorites.
Have a lager. I think it's a 512 lager. I don't know, but it's amazing.
It is.
No sake though. There's no sake.
It's okay. That's okay. This is
But we're still
a great
supporting
idea. There's games all across the wall that you can pick up and play. There's stuff you can buy. It's a whole nerd realm of alcohol and nerddom. It's great.
Yes.
Check it out when you're in San Antonio. You will not be disappointed, I
There
swear.
might be a Star Trek game in here, and I'm gonna find it.
If there is, you're going to play it. All right. So what we're going to do is we got some questions from you wonderful fans. We're about to pull that out, and we're going to start off with oh no, what happened to Oho?
Oh no.
Okay, so we talk about Oho a lot because I have a lot of.
Correction, he talks about Oho a lot.
He's one of the princes. One of the princes with Ashoryu. He's like up there like, hey, we come from royalty.
True.
Granted, he hadn't had the fast and awesome rise of Soshoryu, but he has been climbing steadily. And until this tournament, I expected him to be in the Sanyako in the top rank in 2024. Like up there in second walk.
Yeah.
That's what I expected, honestly.
But he was looking more like Takara Fuji, aka Hammerhead, was back in November.
He was.
Back in November, I don't know if you guys remember, but Takara Fuji, I mean, like we were just wanting him to get one, man. I was like, come on. And that is literally how Oho looked until the very end. And I think the last 4 days, maybe he got all his wins on that.
3 or 4, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I think he
the
got
last 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days.
I think so.
It was because no, I think it was 3. He got one in the middle.
Yeah, and he finally turned it on and knocked the guy out of it. And I was like, where was this guy literally this whole show? But you saw the look of relief on his face when he finally nailed that win.
And hopefully that is enough to keep him in the number 1 division because
he's
that's a huge. He's 8.
Gosh, 8.
Yeah, he probably will stay in, but I bet he's going to be like 14. Like he's going to be like right at the bottom, in my opinion. It depends, obviously, who's coming up. Is there enough room?
That is really the issue these days. Is there enough room in the top? Because dude, Jurio's got a lot of talent that's pushing forward. So I feel like the
bar,
the people that whoever make up the
who make up the Banzuke.
make up the Banzuke. Like they really have it. They have their job cut out for them. And I mean, you got like Kim Bozan. You know,
Yeah.
You got
But here's the thing.
Asuyama.
I agree, but the thing that's going to save him, I think, is all those guys who got moved up from Juryo, like the old dogs, like Chiyomaru and stuff. Terrible Bashos.
They're gone. They're splashing back down.
And I think that might save him. And like I say, he's going to be at the bottom. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's what I think is going to happen.
We'll see.
All right, so we're going to move on to our next question,
What's
which
the
is
next question, sir?
new mawashis. The brand new mawashis.
Oh, yes. There was
We
a
had
lot of
two.
mawashis.
I'm going to let Justin take the lead because he was just going off on them on Breakfast of Basho.
So, as you guys know, most of the time, I like for a long time, I have been talking about Hokuto Fuji's. I don't even know if you can call it silver anymore. It's like a dusty charcoal.
Yeah.
It was really gross. Like it always looked like it had just like oil or chicken.
It looked like fine silver that never got polished. So,
yeah. It was patinaed silver. It was patinaed with his work ethic. I guess so. But he got a brand new mawashi, looking good. It's like this deep, dark teal. It's like green. It's between green and blue, but it's dark. Looks amazing.
Yeah, it's teal. It's leaning towards the green with the dark green. It's beautiful. Yeah,
looking good. And I'm glad that you chose a dark mawashi because you're a messy little boy. You do not need lighter mawashis.
He's wiping his Cheetos and stuff.
Yeah, that's literally. He's like eating like a box of KFC and then just being like, oh shit. Anyway.
I don't need napkins. I got one right here.
Yeah. The other mawashi.
Yes.
Mitoryu.
That was beautiful.
And if you guys watch Breakfast at Basho, I kept making a choo-choo sound. Didn't really actually know what the sound of a fire engine, but it's fire engine red, and so I think I landed on like that's about as close as I got. I don't know. You guys tell me what does a fire engine say?
Here's what I was impressed with that red color. It was like bright.
It was bright. It was like affecting the camera.
Who dyed it? But I don't know what they put in there to make it that bright. But it was a fantastic bright. It was a radiant to me bright.
Yes.
It was. Here I am.
Yes.
See me. Oh man! So please like this. We have as y'all know from our Hoshoryu's belt till argument. We love colors. Him from designing,
yes.
Me from editing. Colors are a big part of that.
Yes.
And so we love talking about it.
Like that thing online, like what color is the dress or whatever. What do we got for our next question?
Yeah, okay, so we have some questions. We have our first question from a fan, Rodney E. on YouTube, texted us. Now he did comment this on day 2. So it was about the overall of these two guys.
Thank you, Rodney E.
He asked why Onosho and Takakeisho aren't winning more. Now, as we know, after day 2, Onosho went off and almost got a Junior show. He was one win away from getting a Junior show. But
he killed it.
We'll talk about why he normally doesn't.
Yes.
I'll take Takakeisho. We'll take Onosho. Go ahead.
Okay. So Onosho, as in you guys can understand why I was excited to see Takakeisho and Onosho. They are both childhood friends. Came up in the ranks together, but over the last couple of years, like maybe the last 2-3 years, like obviously Takakeisho, like they came in together. They're the same size, same height and same weight.
Let me put that in real quick. I want to correct something from Breakfast and Basho.
Oh,
he always says uni buds. What he means is high school buds.
They go back. I'm sorry, they go way back. My bad.
Because they're actually childhood friends, but they went to the same high school.
Mm-hmm.
But Takakeisho left the high school and he didn't go to uni. He started early in sumo. But I know. He said uni buds.
My bad.
It's just what he says. Sorry. Go ahead.
I always think university, but yes, no, they have been friends, frenemies, friends, whatever, for a long time. They're both blasters. Like you actually can watch old videos of Takakeisho back in the day, and you can see old videos of Onosho all on YouTube. If you start going down the rabbit hole of University Sumo, which is amazing, by the way. We both watch it.
Yeah, and some of the great people like John Gunning and stuff, they all thought a no-show was going to be the one to get to Ozeki and stuff, and Takakeisho was going to probably drop off at the lower Legasha.
But he is constantly, Onosho has constantly been living in Takakeisho's shadow. Unfortunately, they have similar style, but Takakeisho learned how to manage his balance, and they both have amazing blasts. But Onosho keeps his feet there, and the blast goes forward. And he constantly, I mean, I would almost want to see an average of how many times he's been Hatake Komi slapped down. Yeah, but it's high. It's really high.
He also has an issue with lateral movement.
Yes. He has no real lateral movement and no real belt work, which is fine because Takakeisho also doesn't have much belt work.
But he has great lateral movement and
great footwork.
And it makes a big difference.
Big difference.
Watch how many times someone almost like gets Takakeisho to overcommit and his like, feet come up underneath him.
It's like anime, like concept, like an anime stomp, like into the ground. Dust goes flying.
Yeah,
very exciting.
That's exactly a good thing. So
he's always been in the shadow.
Takanosho is pretty easy. If you've been watching this stuff before, you hear me talk about Waka Maruharu, where he's pretty basic. I call him the Tim Duncan of sumo. Where it's just like Tim Duncan just kind of did layups and rebounds. They're both amazing.
We're here in San Antonio, by the way.
Wakamaru and Tim Duncan are both really amazing. The thing is, it's like they're not. You don't put a highlight reel together of what they do. They just kind of like
you just see points on the board.
Just basic stuff. Now, if he wasn't so amazing, you would get Takanosho. Takanosho didn't have any fancy stuff going on. He just does Oshi. Yori, the basic stuff, which is nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it's just that you can win a lot like that, like Wakamaru Howard does.
Right.
But you have to get really good at it. You have to beat people. You have to know exactly when to go, and he doesn't always know that. I don't think anything ever clicked in his head. There's things that we say click in people's heads. Like at some point they go, this is how I do this. This is exactly how I do this. That's what they do. He has never clicked in Takanosho's head, in my opinion.
Yeah, I said for me, which is why I have like the least comments on Takanosho. His sumo is forgettable, and that's why when this question came up, I really had no comment because he's an afterthought to me. Like I could almost if he wasn't going against somebody else that I actually that I have eyes on, his sumo is sadly forgettable. Which, side notes, I do want... Well, you know what? No, I'll bring it up later.
Yeah, okay.
One guy who my eyes are on now. I will bring that up later. Sorry.
Okay, so we're going to go on to this one. Record of Dreams is a title that Justin has bestowed.
Me and... Well, I give credit to Zombie Mommy, actually. So, we have given the title of this Record of Dreams to Mawashi.
Tommy Mawashi.
That title goes to people who, maybe they're not
winning a whole bunch of tournaments and they're not like crazy like high in the ranks. They seem to be able to beat those guys and ruin those guys' days.
Yeah, it'll be like one dude who's like so close. Like it's like, oh my god, he can actually like be a contender for the U show and just breaks that streak constantly. That's the definition of the title of the Record of Dreams.
So I thought it'd be fun to think of the last one and the one who's probably going to be next. And the last one, strangely enough, is a year or two younger than Tamawashi, but most people are. But
hey, old man sumo.
A few years ago, up to about a year and a half, 2 years ago, Indo should have had the name Record of Dreams. Indo seemed to never win the U show, but you always knew.
He'll screw it up for someone else.
Any day he can beat you. He's one of the few guys I've seen, besides Kinosato, who could beat Hakuho. You know he could.
Yeah.
You know he could. You just had to have.
You can never count Record of Dreams. You can never count that person out when it comes to fighting. Like if they have a day where they're fighting the person that you just expect to win the U show, and then you get these crazy before in the before times before COVID, when they used to like toss the Zabatons, like it would be one of those kind of matches.
Yeah. That was, and I thought Endo covered that really well.
He did for years.
For years, that was what he did. He also had a pretty good Basho. I think he had 9 or 10 wins. He had a good Basho.
Oh, he ended up with 9. He did
Yeah,
that.
that's really good.
That's not bad.
But what we think is of those last 6 months to a year, the guy who should probably be the future one, the next one, and actually might be soon,
The baby bulldozer.
the future Record of Dreams is Daisho,
Yep.
who has
I would highly agree.
beaten Takakeisho, Terunofuji twice.
Yep.
Like he was the first guy to beat Terunofuji when he became a Yokozuna.
Yep.
He was the first guy to get a golden star on him. And he seems to be able to beat people when they're on a freaking run.
He can beat the top guys. Now he doesn't ever get a U-show run, but
Yeah.
he can. I'd say it's a 50-50 chance he's gonna beat a top guy.
He's gonna beat someone big. Usually, almost every he is.
I
So
agree,
that's
he has
good.
the title of Record of Dreams, baby Record of Dreams,
He's
aka the baby bulldozer.
He's the future one. That was our thing. Let us know what you think. Tell us if you think there's another guy who deserves that one, either past, or present, or future. We would love to hear that arguments. Okay, so I got a few more from fans. We got one. Jake from Grand Sumo Breakdown.
What's up, Jake?
He asked
Big
us.
new daddy.
Oh yeah, new daddy.
I know. He actually brought his baby onto the show.
Oh yeah, it was great.
It was a debut.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Okay, he asked, have you seen anything in this Pro Bash show that you want to add to your own sumo arsenal?
Damn, Jake, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Whoa. You know what? I will say Midori Fuji's relentless attack for his size. Like, I mean, fighting like a heavy, but with a small stature. I want to add. I'm not
He
afraid to
does
go
a
in.
pretty good job of it, at least especially the Tachi.
But he gives me so much motivation watching him, and the you would think because and I'm a big lover of Inho, but he Tachi cautiously. Midori Fuji goes head in as if he was Takakeisho, and I want to continue to fight like that. So I would say the biggest inspiration and not technique, but I would say the heart of sumo. I want to go in every match like that. So that one is for me.
Yeah, I gotta say, we're not gonna get into a big conversation about him yet because we'll probably talk about him later. But Asayama made me want to start learning how he belt fights a little bit more.
Well, Yorikiri.
His Yorikiris were gory. I mean, he always that's his thing.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later. But they've been so good that it made me want to really concentrate on getting my hands in the right spots, lifting that shoulder in the right spot.
He's
rushed him,
really good at it.
getting crushed him out. And I'm going to think about
when somebody tries to twist, he's like, nope,
yeah, and I'm going to work on that
That is a good
hard because
That is a good one.
it was exciting to watch him get those 14 wins doing that.
It's coming for you, Gilberto.
Yeah. Okay, so from Chicago, Matt Shields asked, how does Miro Fuji not get blasted out by Takakeisho? Miro Fuji took him head
my God.
on, right?
I don't know if you. I assume if you watch our show, you obviously watch the Basho. That match, Midori Fuji lost, but the crowd erupted for him, even though he lost, because very few guys, even Takakeisho's size, can't outpush him. And he went in with just like I said, in the last question, he went in with fucking big boy strength.
Yeah.
And was just like, you're not gonna push me out. And
It was exciting. It was fun.
They were going blow for blow, and he was holding his own. That is insanely impressive when knowing Takakeisho has a whole nother human being pound on him.
He does.
That's
Yeah, because he's 364, I believe.
It's his
Takakeisho?
heart, dude. It's really his that's how he did it. It's his heart. It's his never give up, never be afraid heart. that got him through that match. Even though he lost, I still think he came out a winner.
It's also a little bit, this is a good thing. Watch me and Justin fight. Justin does it also. When he comes in, his hand stuff is forward, but he also shifts his legs. Usually, he likes to go to his left, but he shifts his legs to where his weight is on my shoulder on one side or the other. So it's not his weight here, which I can easily push him back when he does that.
Yeah.
But when he shifts it, he's taking away half my power. So I can't give him all my weight and power. I'm just like pushing just half of myself almost. And that's the same thing. It's a really fun thing to watch with people who are good at it. Because that's how smaller people just survive those crashes.
Hinomaru Sumo.
Okay. So this is one that should be easy. Sabrina from Sumo Punks. Thank you, other podcasts for talking to us. Love Sumo Punks. They asked, how can I get immaculate buns like Justin?
Ooh.
I got this. Shiko.
Lots of Shiko.
Almost a decade's worth of Shiko.
And thank you for staring at these buns.
I'm not joking. Like, look at
these buns are
sumo wrestlers.
Brought to you by Shiko.
Shiko, man, is fantastic. If you do Shiko right, they've actually tested scientifically. If you do Shiko right, majority of the energy is in the glutes. Yeah. That's where you're burning most of your stuff. There's like cores, a little bit, especially your lower core, but the glutes, if you're doing it right, is where most of your energy is getting used.
You know who has amazing buns and thighs? Takada Fuji. I'll give it to Hammerhead. Dude's got some amazing legs.
Yeah, he does. He does.
All shout outs to you, sir.
Good call.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get to our. We're gonna go through our normal stuff. Our normal talking about the Basho. As you know, Takakeisho won. My boy, the bowling ball, the battle hamster.
You know what? No,
it was a hard fight.
I'm actually happy because that was amazing.
It was amazing.
I'm, as you know, I'm not 100%. I'm a 60 to 70% Takakeisho fan.
Dude,
I appreciate it.
He was fantastic. He battled hard.
Yes, he did.
Did not. I mean, also, I think he either busted a lip or something in his nose the first or second day.
Literally,
and then
every other day.
It never had time to heal.
Yeah.
It just never had, because you need a few days for that to not. So it was reopening every time.
and it's just so bright on camera. I don't know what it is. Like it like fills in his whole lips.
Because he got the weird
ruby red lips every time it busts. It'll be like blood splatter on himself, blood splatter on somebody else, and then just these and then of course he can't breathe with his mouth closed, so he's always like.
There was a lot of people giving him hate, of course, in the English-speaking sumo fans world online.
I don't hate him.
I don't know you don't. I know you don't. But and I just wanted to answer some of that stuff. He's not one-dimensional. There's more to sumo than just 2 dimensions, belt and no belt.
Well, this tournament should have shut that.
Nope, it didn't even come close to shut that down.
Well, haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate. He also, if you paid attention to this tournament, and actually a lot of them, yes, he can win matches that are longer than 10 seconds long. He's done it a bunch of times. He did it for like 4 or 5 matches in this tournament.
I want to say he did also. He got a Yorikiri win at one point in time.
Oh yeah, he gets him. He had 2 throws.
He actually
had a Sukanage and the scoop one. My brains. Kodanage. Kodanage and Sukanage. He got Sukanage and Kodanage. He had those 2 throws, which he's done plenty of times in the past. Because there's throws that are not on the belt, guys. I know, surprising. But
which is funny because how y'all gonna hate on Takakeisho, but you don't hate on Abi?
I know. And my thing is,
you're talking in the category of one note.
And if you want to go one note, and I don't think he is, but most of those people really love Asanayama. I like Asanayama too.
He's fairly one note.
He's fairly one note. Yorikiri or Yoritoshi is gorgeous, and I love it. That's where I would stay 90% of the time if I was that good at it. But nobody gets. And it's not like you haven't seen it before.
I think it's his hamster face.
Yeah, it's just his hamster face, and it's the fact that he's a ball. Because people were always talking about how he's overweight and too fat, but he's actually the same size as Onosho. Like they're the same. They're the same freaking weight and height. He just balls out.
Yeah.
And so people are like, and of course his lips make him breathe. So
It's the lips.
It's the looks
for me.
of him.
It's the hamster face.
By the way, that win he had against Ashoryu was not a Hinka. He hit him and then he shifted out of the ring. He hit and shifted.
Okay. All right.
You can go back and watch it. Well, I'll be playing it probably right here. But he hit and shifted. He hit and shifted.
Yeah.
A hit and shift is not the same as a Hinka. And
Shout out to I'll show you. Catching your 8 on the last one.
Against the guy who killed it.
The only
Not because of hair pull, but
there was 2 hair pulls this.
But now you're staying.
But you know what? You got 8, and you were injured. Like you were out. You went out just one day. Came back. It was so hard. You were 7-7 for a while.
It was hard to fight. He was obviously hurting. I hope you heal back and come back. I love that you kept your position. Also, Takakage, I'm glad that you got 9. That way you could maybe go for a run. You get 2 11s or 11 and 12 or something. Yeah. Do it because we need some more Ozekis.
Takakage was having a rough one.
He's had 2 bad ones in a row.
Weird rough one. Speaking of rough ones, Tobizane as well. Tobizane.
Yeah, he's starting to turn around at the end, but
he just started doing his old shit. Like
you're right.
It was
and he got winning against
defensive, and it was defensive and less controlled and kind of wily.
He wasn't attacking. He was moving left or right, but he wasn't coming up and hitting. He was just kind of like
he was fighting around. He was fighting around the ring and not actually doing what he did in November, which was amazing. Where he was like kind of just jousting for a position. He was more like this show. He just did what he used to do, and literally like he was flying, monkeying around the ring. It was weird.
Okay, so
stick to the plan, sir.
Stick to the plan. I want to say I was wrong about Yamamoto. I thought with his knee injury from last time, he was going to have a terrible tournament. He got 9 wins.
Did it look great?
It looked great, but he pulled out 9 wins.
He pulled out 9 wins.
That's freaking impressive. So I'm sorry, and I can tell that your knee was still hurting because you shake it sometimes when you're walking away. Yeah. I can see that when you're doing that. But if you get 9 wins on a hurt knee, good job, dude. I'm impressed.
Okay.
I want to finish the regular talk before we get into our award stuff with Asanoyama getting 14-1. I thought, as you know, if you watched the review from the last Basho, that he was going to take a long time to get back up to Ozeki. Because 6-1s, a 3rd division for that guy is crap, and it honestly is. It's freaking terrible. It's 4-3 for most guys. It's bad, and I was like, okay, I don't think he's going to take like 6 months to get out of Juria if he's going to wrestle like that. No,
he's out next Basho.
Yeah, he's straight up. I guess I'm not the only one who was disappointed. I think him sitting out didn't really light a fire. He came back and I was not impressed. Him getting a year out didn't really do like it was to everybody else.
Yeah.
Him not winning a 3rd division Yusho in 2 tries, I think finally lit a fire in his ass. He was like
screw
this. I'm going.
I don't want to just wear my ashy mawashi with this like loose little these little strings. He's like, I belong in the top.
He finally looked like the guy who got Joseki years ago.
Yes, he did.
And it was nice to watch. And he will either get out. He's going to be back by the middle of the year, if not earlier.
Kim Bozon was right on his ass, though.
True. That was actually impressive, too.
But then he had that final loss in his debut in the Makuuchi. He lost on day 14, which basically, that gave Asanoyama like a 2 winning streak from him. So the Yusho was already his. But please keep your eyes on Kim Bozan. And I finally, one of the people on the Representative Basho show finally told me what that flag was. He is from Kazakhstan.
Yeah, he is.
He is from Kazakhstan. That is a very bright colored flag.
Yeah, it's like a light, bright blue.
Bright blue and loud canary yellow.
Yeah, very loud. The yellow bothers me. Yeah. I've always had issues with yellow.
What is this flag?
I like gold colors, but like when you get the brighter yellows. Okay, so we're gonna end it like we normally do. We're gonna do Justin's Fight Spirit and a match of the Basho. If you don't mind, I would like to go first to match of the Basho.
Go ahead, gentlemen.
I would like to go with two runner-ups I had, which I thought were awesome. Miruto Fuji and Hoshoryu on day 6 had a fantastic match. Hoshoryu was looking very good in this one, looking very good until he got hurt. And so Miruto Fuji, they were fantastic. They were awesome. They just went at it.
Yeah.
That was a great one. Today, Kiriyama and Ruden. Holy crap.
Kiriyama and Ruden. Yeah,
on day 15 fought dirt. I don't know why.
Long.
No one's trying to get. I don't think anyone's trying to get a prize or anything. Or no, Kiriyama, if you won, he got technique prize.
Yes.
But Ruden,
and then Ruden just wanted to win.
I guess just wanted to win.
Yeah.
They really wanted it. They would not give up. It was fantastic. Please watch that.
Which, shout out to Kiribayama, and because you look literally exactly like Eric from New York or Raijin Sumo. You guys are still, I'm sorry, North Carolina. And I am convinced that he gets into like a Clark Kent booth and like teleports to Japan and he fights. He puts his hair back in chomage and then fights. I'm telling you, Eric and Kiribayama are the same person.
My thing with Kiriyama is he looks more and more like Haruma Fuji all the time. I don't mean physically, but like the way they wrestle.
Oh,
they look a lot the same. The way they're not the biggest wrestlers, but they're also not small. But they wrestle like they're really lightweight. They move around the wrestlers all the time.
Which is also Eric.
Yeah. So yeah, fantastic to watch. But the winner, the match of the Basho, he already brought it up. Day 7, Takakeisho versus Miro Fuji was a brawl and a half.
Yes.
And
that was the best match of the Basho.
It was the best match of the Basho. They went at it.
I mean, you hear the crowd. Like, the noise level was... I haven't heard the crowd get that excited in a long time.
And the advantage kept going back and forth between the two of them. Like, boom, here, till the very end. I wasn't sure who was going to win. I really wasn't. If you had told me before the match started, I would have said, Takeishi's probably going to have this. His weight's going to get him unless he gets it tricky.
Yeah.
It's going to get him.
It was a little, like, the intensity of the match reminded me, finally, like, because matches these days have been, kind of, they've been okay, but the kind of intensity with, and the interaction with the crowd just reminded me of, like, Hakuho and Haruma Fuji type fights of just, like, whoa, and everybody just goes just nuts. And I haven't jumped out of my seat like that in a long time. So,
what we would like to also, I had an idea for this Basho. It is what I would like to deem the bloody Basho. Because not just Takakeisho had blood go down his face. I felt like almost every day someone was bleeding.
Yeah, Fish Lips was bleeding.
Bleeding. Today, Oho was bleeding when he got that win to get him his 4th win of the Basho. Yes. It was like almost every day. Like, people are hitting each other hard right now.
Sunday, bloody Sunday.
Sunday, bloody Sunday. It was fantastic. I mean, I know people like bleed stuff, but when you see blood, it's kind of like your brain goes, those guys went hard. That's what you first think, and it's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully they got it off their mawashis, because I know for experience that the blood gets on your mawashi. When it dries, it goes brown. It looks like poo-poo stains. Looks like poo-poo stains. I hate it, but it happens. So let's go into the very, very important thing, Justin Kizzard's Spirit Award.
Spirit Award. Well, damn, we basically already nailed it.
Nailed it.
I will say Midori Fuji.
Midori Fuji.
We'll keep it short because I just need the spirit in that man. I need more of that in my weekly Keiko. I need to watch him and then go to Keiko and put that same effort into practice if I'm gonna take nationals this year.
Nationals in March, guys.
Yes.
Come back to see us soon. We're going to finish these drinks, and we're going to go back doing some more sumo for this festival.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Cheers.
Get your sumo on.
What's his name? Sake&Sumo. My boy's gonna win that cup. Takakeisho win that cup. My boy's gonna win that cup. Arigato yobadashi-san.